I think that Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy have set up a truly unique business with Bitcoin. And this is because they started by setting up a Bitcoin bank company that has more than 600,000 Bitcoin in it right now. When they say that this is Bitcoin in beta, I think they are 100% right. That is why I think it is more appealing than a Bitcoin exchange traded fund. If the value of Bitcoin goes up to 100,000, or even if it doubles, MicroStrategy should really go up by more than that. People also ask, why should MicroStrategy trade at a premium? Go to Bitcoin. Another reason I think it works is that they have a sovereign put on such a big amount of Bitcoin. In order for the US government to get to 1 million Bitcoin, they can either buy 1 million Bitcoin on the open market or trade 600,000 Bitcoin for 1 million Bitcoin. To add to that, I think that buyers would not sell if they knew this, which would cause the price of Bitcoin to skyrocket. I have a strong feeling that people will start doing the same thing as Michael Saylor because of what he is doing with XRP. This is because Michael Saylor could run a Bitcoin business. This means that someone will start a business whose sole goal is to get as much XRP off the market as possible in a way that is very similar to how MicroStrategy works. Since this is going to happen, the worth of XRP will go up by a lot. I'm going to give a lot of unique reasons and ideas for why I think Michael Saylor's plan will work for XRP and completely destroy this ecosystem, allowing us to reach prices we never thought were possible before. So a lot of the subjects that we're going to talk about in this video will work for XRP to 100% in the future. Press the like button if you want everyone in the XRP army to be able to see today's movie. Let's get to work. Using the MicroStrategy, you can get 600,000 Bitcoin. I don't think it's just the US government. It could also be Qatar, the United Arab Emirates, or any other country that wants to get a big stake in Bitcoin. What they've done is that they have a good amount of Bitcoin saved up. What does this mean for cryptocurrency? The same GBT moment has already happened with cryptocurrency because there are stable coins, and I think it's really pushing Wall Street into decentralized finance and cryptocurrency, which I think is kind of related to AI anyway, since this is the idea of decentralized control and blockchains, and Ethereum uses smart contracts to make this work. If the market goes from $250 billion, 0 cents to $1 trillion, 0 cents, there is a huge rise in desire for Ethereum, up to $2 trillion, 0 cents. Treasury Secretary Vesson said that our goal is to become an Ethereum Treasury Corporation. This means that we want to really take over a big part of the Ethereum network. To top it off, I think this would have a benefit that comes from itself. If you have a big stakeholder, you're ensuring the safety of the network. From my point of view, this is the kind of design that banks will want in the future. You should know that Goldman and JP Morgan want the layer 1 blockchain to be safe when they make stable coins. There is only 1 unit of Ethereum given to the buyer when they buy Ethereum. If they buy an Ethereum exchange traded fund, ETF, they will only get 1 unit of Ethereum. A treasury company for Ethereum, on the other hand, can help you hold more Ethereum per share for a number of reasons. To start, they can make money on the capital markets by selling companies or assets for more than they're worth, and also getting more Ethereum in a variety of ways, such as by staking it. They are able to get Ethereum. Not only that, but there is also the chance potentially of getting Ethereum by buying other things in a smart way. Because Ethereum's so volatile, people would have to borrow money at a higher interest rate. I think that there is a much lower cost. What makes this possible is that an Ethereum treasury company can create tools that lower the value of money. In fact, because Bitcoin is so volatile, businesses like MicroStrategy can borrow money for free. In addition, it has been found that Ethereum is twice as volatile as Bitcoin. There are some things that I will talk about it with you. Mark Newton, who is in charge of technical planning at Fundstrat, has some thoughts on Bitcoin and Ethereum. In a recent conversation, he said what he thought. He thinks that both of them have a 20% chance of growth in the next few months ahead. In terms of comparison, that would bring Ethereum closer to 300, and he thinks that something between 4,500 and 5,000 can be reached in the next few months. That is a very important step for Ethereum to take. I think one point of view that one could have is to be aware of the circle is worth almost 100 times its EBITDA. Like many others, I think this price is fair since this is a rare stock and one of the best stock offers ever. In fact, though, if you use the same standards for layer 1 Ethereum technology in a few years, each token would be worth more than 10,000 Bitcoin if the stable currency is worth 100 times that amount on the market. I think it is the one that fits with US law the best, which is going to be very important. But there is one thing that people need to have in the reason someone will choose Ethereum over another coin is at the back of their minds. You need to make sure that the first layer is completely safe. Is that right? If someone has 100 red billion worth of stable coins in circulation and layer 1 isn't complying and isn't secure, this seriously weakens the security of the stable coins themselves because they will be volatile every day. It's hard for someone to always come to the same opinions from day to day. Keep in mind, though, that micro plan was first created as a Bitcoin plan. If we believe what Lee is saying, there could be 10 different XRP treasury companies in the future. These companies would help boost the price and image of XRP by a huge amount. At the same time, all of those XRP bank companies will be building up huge amounts of value. This is completely crazy. At one point, Bitcoin was worth about $16,000, 0 cents. And now MicroStrategy has made 25 times that amount. This is partly because Bitcoin's value has gone up and partly because of their ability to work as a financial company. These two things have both helped MicroStrategy be successful. To put another way, I think it's a total and utter breeze. We know that Michael Saylor has shown and proven that this particular business plan works in a way that has been shown to work. I don't understand why no one else is doing this right now. I think it's pretty simple. The model is very easy to understand. It's enough for you to talk about XRP and keep a positive outlook on it. After that, a lot of people from later generations who have no idea how to use cryptocurrencies will buy your XRP store goods.